Hello, friends. A couple weeks ago, I posted a fraction problem asking you to think about some fourth grade students who went on a field trip and had some sub sandwiches to share. There were 4 groups, and each group got a different amount of sub sandwiches, and each group was a different amount of students as well. And so you had 2 questions to try to answer. Number 1, what amount of subs did each child get? And number 2, was it fair? Were the subs split equally? So what I want to do is share with you an answer that I saw a lot of you get, show you what we did to get that answer, and then give you a second problem to solve. So here's what I did to solve the problem. I divided the subs into the number of students in each group. So the first group had 4 students and 3 subs. So I took each of the subs and I divided it into 4 so that each student got 1 of the 4 pieces. And when I added 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, that meant that each student got 3/4 of a sub. If we look at group 2, in group 2, the students had 4 subs, and there were 5 students. So again, I thought about how many students there were in each group, 5, and so I divided the subs into 5 equal parts. And then each student got 1 of those 5 parts. 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 was 4/5. For group 3, there were 8 students and 7 subs. So I divided the subs into the number of students, and each student got 1 of the parts of each sub. So 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 was 7/8. And then finally for group number 4, there were 5 students and 3 subs. So we divided the subs into the number of students. And again, each student got 1 piece of each sub, 1 equal part, which meant that they got 3/5. So here are our answers. Group 1, 3/4 of a sub. Group 2, they ate 4/5 of a sub. Group 3, 7/8. And group 4, 3/5. So that was the first question. The second question was, okay, this is what the students got, but was that the same amount? Did everybody eat the same amount? So the next thing I did was to make 4 equal subs. Notice that they're all the equal length. And I divided each sub into the number of students in each group. So group number 1, the sub is divided into 4 sections because there are 4 students. And the students each got 1 of those subs, pieces, so they got 3/4. So you see that there were 4 students. They each got 1 of the 4ths, so they have 3/4. Group 2, they got 4/5 of a sub. Group 3, 7/8. And group 4, 3/5. So you can look at this right here and decide, did they each get the same amount? Well, I can tell right away, group 4 got the least amount. If I'm comparing and I'm kind of drawing a line up here, wow, they didn't get very much. Group 3 looks like they got the most. See how the green goes the furthest across? It's almost a whole sub they got. They got 7 out of 8 pieces. Group 1 also got almost a whole sub, and so did group 2. Group 2 got almost all of a sub. They got 4 out of 5 pieces. Group 1 got 3 out of 4 pieces, and group 4 only got the 3 out of 5. So by making these drawings and putting all these subs next to each other, it's really easy for me to compare and see, wow, it was not fair. They didn't get the same amount. So now here is your new question. Now the new question is to ask, what would happen if we were to combine some of these groups? What if we were to combine groups 1 and 3 together? And what if we were to combine groups 2 and 4 together? That would be 10 kids and 7 subs. Would that be more fair? Would that be fairer? And the other one, if we were to combine groups 1 and 3, that would be 12 kids and 10 subs. Would that have been fair? So that's your new question to investigate. And then you can post this on the discussion thread underneath this video. I'll post the question for you. Good luck and have fun.